Perfect. I like this. Yeah. All right. Well, this is our second edition, second episode of Between Two Bunker Rakes. I'm your host, TJ Creamer. We're here at Victoria Golf Club speaking with famed golf course architect Jeff Mingay. Thanks very much for joining us this week, Jeff.
Cool.
Yeah. We're Jeff's on site this week. We're having the 125th anniversary year of Victoria Golf Club. So we've got the Canadian Mid-Amateur this week. Jeff, you're speaking in the clubhouse, I believe, tonight. So Tomorrow, gotcha. Yeah. So great to have you on site as always. You know, good to be here as an architect, but great to have you here as a friend. So, what do you think of the set here?
Great.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm just trying not to fall off the back into the shop here.
Yeah. It's a pretty good setup. I've been actually sleeping up here this week. That's my cot. So
that's why the golf course is in such good shape.
Yeah. You know, I got a few things on order. It's coming together, but just an assistant superintendent, so some credit troubles trying to get things that I'd like to have here. But it's comfy, it's cozy.
That sounds realistic.
Yeah. You're staying over at the Oak Bay Beach Hotel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice place.
It's where architects.
Yeah. You got a pool over there, or
pool?
Yeah, pool.
And a pond.
Oh, and a pond. Yeah, I was thinking maybe what's just down the street. What's your room number? I'll pop by.
We'll keep that.
Yeah.
Secret.
Okay, we'll chat. If you could be Batman or Robin, what would you choose?
Batman.
Can you give me your best I'm Batman voice?
No.
Come on.
This is my voice. It doesn't change.
Come on, you can be, I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Oh, come on.
That sounded like George Clooney.
Yeah, you channeling like a Michael
George
Keaton,
Clooney.
George Clooney. So you look like more of like a Ben Affleck Batman.
No, I'll go Clooney.
Clooney? Okay, gotcha. In all seriousness, know that you've become sort of the AV McCann restoration expert. How do you enjoy that fame? How do you enjoy that?
Well, it's been, the most important thing to me is, it's been a privilege for me to rediscover and promote and enhance McCann's legacy.
It's worked out well for you. You received an award the other day. You picked it up.
Yeah, I got
in somebody else's name, and you got the award. That's a
right.
pretty good deal.
Got to accept his Canadian Golf Hall of Fame induction.
Yeah.
Which was exciting. And again, he was an architect, as you know, at a very important time in the history of golf in North America, who really, set an amazing standard for what golf courses should be, what they could be in the Pacific Northwest. And his notoriety had sort of gone away for many, many years, so it's been really nice to delve into what he did and restore some of his work and bring some attention to him and his golf architecture.
It was the family that asked you to receive that award in his name?
Actually, most of his family's over in the UK, and they didn't really know him that well. His current ancestry, they didn't really have much knowledge of who he was and what he did.
Yeah.
So they were unable to come over from the British Isles, so I was sort of the default.
The
default acceptor, but it was fun to be able to do it.
Now, you've done a lot of restorations, and I really like the work you do, trying to stick with the historical. That's one of my favorite things about working with you, is that you really stick to that. Do you find it hard to stick to that at every property doing that? Is it the same as here, where the club really wants to do that, or other clubs you try and find a balance between new and old type stuff?
Well, Victoria, as you know, as well as anybody, it's sort of easy to do it here because there's so much to lean on in terms of the history, the historical photos, aerials, those sorts of things. And when people, I've always said, people have been enjoying golf here for so long that why should it be us who decides that wasn't good enough? We should do something different.
Yeah.
So just trying to maintain it, and not and enhance the golf course in terms of enjoyment, aesthetics, all that kind of stuff is. Has been pretty important here. Other places are different, where there isn't that kind of history or pedigree to lean on.
Yeah.
But I certainly do take inspiration from the 1920s, 30s, pre-World War II style everywhere I go. I just think the architecture from that era is a little bit more charming.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. Now, you told me a story once that you saw an overhead photo of, I'm not sure if it's Furcrest, but in a coffee shop that they didn't have, and you're able to take that and use that on site.
Yeah, it's funny, we were restoring the most important hole out there, the volcano hole, the 17th.
One of my favorite projects I've seen you do.
Yeah, and we had ground level photo, which is funny because you normally don't find ground level photographs from the 20s, but we had those, but we didn't have aerial photographs. Yeah. And we went down, me and the contractor, I worked down in Seattle with Kip Kalbrenner. We went across the street from the club. There's a little cafe, sandwiches and whatnot. We sat down at a table, and there was historic photos all over the wall. One of the photos was a historic it wasn't specific to the golf course,
Yeah.
but it was a historic photo of the Fircrest area, and then up in the corner of the photo, you saw the golf course. There was the volcano hole. And we were literally digging into that hole that day,
Yeah.
and boom, there was the photo.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty amazing story.
That's awesome, and that's
It
you know
helped,
that's
it helped us a lot.
yeah. You're not trying to reinvent and revolutionize things, like you said. Grab a little bit from here and there and bring it in, but leaning heavily on that. That's what it was, and that's what we want to bring it back to.
Exactly.
It's really really cool. So
Yeah, yeah.
and
when people complain about it, I get to say, I didn't design it, I just restored it. So, not my fault. I like those projects.
I thought you
too.
just dump it mostly on the superintendent. I didn't really
Well,
actually design it to be maintained that way. And
I try that one every once in a while too.
To be honest, though, working with you from a maintenance perspective and as a construction perspective is a complete absolute dream, just because you're great to work with. You know, you come up with something, we say, Jeff, how do we can't do that, we can't maintain that, or that's going to be really expensive, or that's going to be really tricky. You turn around and go, okay, well, how should we do that then? And we work together to come up with the best solution. I've heard you talk about this on podcasts before, and I echo that sentiment exactly, that it's been fantastic.
Well, as you know, I mean, I've learned more here than anywhere, you know, in terms of, you know, because we have screwed some stuff up.
Well, yeah.
But, I mean, you know, we're big enough men to admit it and fix it and talk about it and not do it again. And that's what's been so cool about this project over.
Yeah.
It's amazing that we've been doing this now for, it started in January 2009.
Yeah. So we're coming up on 10 years.
Yeah.
We have a joking slogan on our links team that's called "Doing It Right the Third Time." So
I won't say that's my fault.
I think it's something about the 8th tee. We stripped and solid that 3 times during that project.
I think if you get around to other golf courses, they'd probably just have the same saying.
But in the end, it's right. So, you know, that's the goal. Yeah.
And we all had fun.
Yeah. Do you really have fun when it's pouring rain and snow and mud and?
At the moment, no.
No.
Retrospect,
Yeah.
I miss it.
Yeah. There you go. I think you got an excavator stuck recently here, last 118 fairway.
Yeah. With Paul.
Yeah.
2 of them.
2 stuck excavators.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys don't do much work after hours now.
Well,
anymore.
right. That was the problem.
Yeah.
Is everybody left except me and him.
Yeah.
If you were there, that wouldn't have happened.
I don't know. I could have done the same thing. Popped a few tracks here and there. Cool. What's on the docket? You're a busy guy. What do you got going on this off season?
A lot going on this fall. Starting a complete renovation of Rivermead Golf Club and just outside Ottawa, Quebec side.
Yeah.
Gatineau. More work at Kelowna. More work at Inglewood, Wing Point, Broadmoor in Seattle.
Wow.
Master plan for Uplands.
Oh, excellent.
Master plan for Cutting Fields in Guelph.
Uh-huh.
More work at Town and Country Club in Minnesota.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're busy.
Nice problem.
Yeah, there's a lot
I can't
of
remember
long
where
list.
I got to be. I got to pull up my calendar. All thanks to Victoria Golf Club.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of where you got your start, right? Your
Certainly was.
first solo gig.
First solo gig after working for Rod Whitman for 10 years.
Yeah. Well, it's been truly a pleasure, and I look forward to another 10 years of working together, and 10 years of working together, and 10 years of friendship. So thanks very much, buddy. Thanks for joining us today on our second edition of Between Two Bunker Eggs. That's it, buddy.
That was super fun. That's going to be cool. That's going to be sweet.
We ripped that off, too.
Yeah.